We descend, feel love, we defy, we defy, we defy, we defy.
Hello and welcome back to Russ Plays Games. My name is Russ, and as you can see, we are sitting in front of my Sword and Sorcery setup. And last time when we played, we had fought some venoms over here, and we battled with some venoms, and then we ended up taking some poison counters. Now, I've been kind of going over some different forums and some different things that have been going on with the Sword and Sorcery Ancient Chronicles game, and a lot of people have stated that they really don't like the way that the game was set up originally. Because in the game, what you do is when you take poison damage, you actually take the damage and then you save. When in actuality, most of the time it's you save first, and then if you don't save, you take the poison damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse it. So we're going to actually try to save, and if we don't save, then we'll take the poison damage. Okay? And also, you'll notice that over here on Artemis, I actually changed that to a 1, because I forgot that when I used her power, okay, which it deals act HP to the person, and then it says, okay, so you've dealt act HP. Well, the venoms have act HP. So, I unfortunately, kind of did that, and I completely forgot. So, I changed the poison counter over to a 1 instead of a 2. So, here's what we're going to do. So, this is the beginning of the time phase, okay? And so, what we're going to do is, okay. So what we're going to do is we're first going to have Artemis do her poison, okay? So she's going to try to save. Her save is the hit, okay? So we have to roll 3 hits to try to save the poison damage. And we rolled 1 hit. Okay, so we ended up saving 1 damage, so she takes 2 damage. So we'll put 2 damage on her card. So she's taken 2 damage, and she saved 1 of the poison counters. So we'll remove that, so now she has 2 poison counters for next turn. Okay, we will do Mist next, and Mist has a save of a star. So we're looking for that same star that we just rolled on the other one. And we didn't roll a star, so actually she didn't need that one, so she takes 2 damage. So she takes 2 damage. And then, of course, Jean will do the same thing, and she has the same one. So she's also looking for the star save, and she didn't either, so she will take 2 damage, and we will leave the poison. We'll leave that on there, so she's down to 5, she's down to 4, and she's down to 4. Okay, so now we refresh our bookmarks, and refresh our bookmark. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Mist forward 1 to story event 1, which we will read. Alrighty. The gallery leads to a vast stone vault, which dances with reflections from the flowing water. An underground stream flows over a series of waist-high waterfalls leading towards a placid pond at the cavern's heart. With a rhythmic growling noise, first a scale-covered head, then the whole body of a tyrant lizard emerged from the pond. This gigantic reptile has razor-sharp talons and muscles so powerful it can climb the rocky walls. The beast's devilish eyes rest upon the party for a few moments, and then, with a fluid motion and a terrifying screech, the lizard disappears into the shadows of one of the many galleries that open from this cavernous hall. Okay. So it says, take the 2 blue tyrant lizard enemies, which we have right here. Okay. The 2 blue tyrant lizard enemies. And we're going to shuffle them in to the enemy deck. So, give me 2 seconds here while I shuffle these guys up. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to throw those guys into the enemy deck. And now, we will reveal ta-da! This is the brand new map area. Okay? So normally what you would do is you would place and connect the following map tiles. So there's tile 29B, which is this guy right here. You're going to connect 2A, which is the big one in the middle. Okay? And then you have 12A, you have 14A up there, and then you have 15B right there. Okay? Then you throw on the star spawn gate, that hindrance tile, waypoint X, a shadow token. Okay? 1 nest minion there. And then, if there are 4+, then it says, take the story event 2, event 7, and event 11 cards, and you're going to shuffle them together secretly, face down, and then you're going to place one randomly over locations A, B, and C. And that's these 3 cards right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? There's also a search token here. Okay? The waypoint X goes right here, and this is a shadow token. If you have 4+ enemy, if you have 4+ heroes, then you're going to set a second shadow token here. But since we only have 3 heroes active at the current time, that's it. And then you also have this spawn gate open, okay, right there. Okay, and then now we place the story event 1 card with its revealed side. So we take the story event 1 card and we place it on top of the event deck on its revealed. Okay? So that actually adds another turn to the game, to this quest. Okay? All right. So now I think what I'm going to do is I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3 to that. And what's that? It is 3. So the 1 of darts is 3. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, I think I'm going to move mist 1 more area to right here. And I believe it might be waypoint X. No, I think waypoint X is supposed to, well, no, I guess it is. Let me see here. Nah, we're not going to worry about waypoint X right at the moment. We'll worry about it when we move to the next thing. Oh, there is a shadow token, so we will reveal it. And that is a quest enemy, which is it has an enemy and a power card. Okay? So we will take that off and we will draw an enemy, which is a blue tyrant lizard. Okay? So we will take the Tyrant Lizard enemy scroll, and we will place it right there. And this is the one with its mouth closed. So as you can see, I painted him up to make him look very much like they do. Okay, so we will place him right there. Alrighty, so I think, well then, I think what I will probably do then is throw my wand of darts at that guy. So it's 2 blue. So as you can see, I'm going to throw my wand of darts. So it's 2 blue. And if I have any hits, any hits or hits, any lightning bolts, I can inflict slow, and any stars, I can inflict lethal. Okay, so we will throw that in, and I missed. So, wasted attack. Okay. So, let me see. That was that. And do I have anything else? Ooh. Yeah, but unfortunately, I don't have another arrow. Oh, I forgot to move Artemis's power back to 1. Okay. So, that will be Mist's turn. Okay. So then, I think what I will do is I'm going to move Artemis 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend 1 regular action to switch out her scimitar with her short bow so that she can shoot the Tyrant Lizard. And so she will shoot the Tyrant Lizard. It takes, she gets 1 hit automatically and then 2 blue to attack. So, let's hope, we got 1 more hit. So we got 2 hits. And now, let me see here. What does, I forgot to activate the Tyrant Lizard and I forgot to draw a power card. Let me draw a power card. Okay, so at the end of Mist's turn, I'll activate this guy. Okay, this is Fighter. So it's any regular attacks inflict +1 blue. If I roll a gremlin, it rolls +1 hit. And he has Regenerate. In each time phase, he heals 1 HP per hero. His Bite, he attacks the victim at +2 and critical, with 2 hits and critical, and then Leap. I think that's if he's at that particular thing. Then he uses the Bite, and that's what that means. And then the Leap, if there's a regular action, if there is a victim within 1 area, move to engage unless save. So he's looking for the one that has the most wounds? Is that what that is? Let me see here. Yeah, most wounded. Okay, he's looking for the most wounded, which I think right now everybody's pretty much the same. Okay. And he has 1 defense, so he takes 1 wound for that. Unless it was lethal, which it isn't for that one. Okay, and I believe that will be her thing. And now we will use Jean. And Jean, actually wait, before we do that, we will draw an encounter card. Okay. It says, activate all dexterity enemies. Well, the only enemies we have right now are strength enemies. Otherwise, enemies and minions use their blank power. Use their action power. So, he has an action power of Leap. If there is a victim within 1 area, move to engage, then unless save, the victim suffers KO. So, basically what happens is that since they're both in the same area, okay, and because they're within one area, right, because he's here and they're here, he's going to leap at them like that, okay? And so because they are both the same wounds, the same number of wounds, because they both have 2 wounds, okay, then what's going to happen is that he's going to leap on... I'm just going to choose the closest because Artemis is just standing right there. So Artemis has to save, and she doesn't. So she gets KO'd. So basically what KO'd does is KO'd knocks the character over. Okay, so you physically lay them on their side. Okay? So now she's KO'd. And I believe with KO... reduces armor and figure count to 0. Prevents character from performing attacks. Requires a dash. Or an activation. Enemies to be removed. Yeah, requires a dash action or 1 point of movement. Heroes. Okay. So it doesn't actually do anything else. So now that he's in the same area, if engaged with 2+ heroes, then it attacks them with tail. So its tail is just 2 straight hits with bash and KO. So it's probably going to attack the one that is still upright, I would imagine. So it does straight 2, and then bash is, let me see, bash. 11.2, page 38. Okay. Okay. Bash effect forces the defender of an attack to move back 1 area from its current position. So if I hit Jean, she moves back 1. Okay. And then KO. Now, on the KO, do they need to save? Let me see here. Or is KO just automatic? Didn't remember. Okay, let me see here. Hang on just 1 second here. I'm just making sure that I've got everything right. Okay, so I think it says unless save, then it's KO's automatic. Okay. So, it's 2 hits. Okay. So, she gets 1 blue to roll a shield. So she rolled the shield, so she saves 1 of the hits, and her armor, well, she has a magical shield. So the magical shield, we'll go ahead and spend the magical shield token just for now. We'll just set it over there. And she gets, and so she saves that, but she gets bashed and KO'd. So now she's here. And because she's KO'd, she can't reveal the event card. Okay? So now that that's the enemy's turn done, we throw this encounter card back over there. So we just throw it into that little pile. And now it's Jean's turn. So she's going to move 1, 2, 3. I don't believe she has any powers. She doesn't have any way to attack anybody. Okay. So, that's it. Okay, so now we will turn that over. Now, you'll probably notice that up there, I put our friend, Tristan, up on the thing as a ghost soul form. So, we'll revive him in a minute. First things first, we have to go to the event phase. So during the event phase, okay, so because we have this event that was put on top, we move it to the side. Now we go back to the time phase, okay, because we don't resolve any effects. So now we go back to the time phase. So now during the time phase, we're going to take an extra couple of things here, okay. We will do Artemis first, just like we did last time. Okay, she did not save, so she takes 2 more damage. Okay. And then Mist, so she's looking for... Nope, she doesn't, so she takes 2 damage. And then she didn't, so now she takes 2 damage. And then we refresh the magical shield. And then we put the bookmarks back up. And then we refresh the power. Okay. Now, if we want, we can have... So we have a couple of different things that we can do. So you see here where it says free action recall. Okay? So what we can do is, what a recall does is it takes any one character, because I just put them at the start, and it brings them automatically to the thing. Okay? Now, what we do... Oh, and then I think this guy has regenerate. So in each time phase, he heals 1 HP per hero. So he heals that HP. Then we spend 1 soul point. So as you can see, I'm putting down 1 soul point. And now he is ready to go. So now we flip him over. And as you can see, I've given him a spear and a broadsword. Okay, so he can actually attack that guy if we want to. Okay. And so I also have this power for him. So Tristan has this thing that says never surrender. It says your area can never be controlled or dominated by enemies. It's the reason why I chose this particular version of Tristan. Okay, now the banner, it says place the banner token in your area until time phase. If there's at least 1 hero, that area is, and then at level 1, rank 1, it's controlled by heroes, and at rank 4, it's dominated by heroes. Okay? So if I wanted to, I could go and do that. Okay? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack this guy from where I'm at. Because if you look at the spear gets +1 hits if used at 1 area. Okay? And he has 2 red and 2 blue. Okay, so he gains a hit. And so now we will roll. And we got 3 hits and 1 lightning bolt. So we got 4 hits. And we can actually take away his 1... if we spend this particular lightning bolt, which we will do, okay? So we will just take it down to a normal hit, okay? And so now that we've taken it down to a normal hit, we will take away his 1... we will take away his... Excuse me. We will take away his 1 armor. So we will deal him 4 hits. Okay? So, we will give him 4. And because we're activating him first, because Mist was the first one in the area, she was the one that used it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Artemis next. So Artemis will use her... actually, she'll use 1 movement point to stand up. And then she will use her action to trade weapons. So I've traded back to her scimitar. Okay. And she rolls 2 red, so we'll take away the 2 blue. Okay. We will take the 2 red. And she rolled 3 hits and a lightning bolt, which means she can reroll any hit dice, but we don't want to reroll any hit dice because that basically kills this guy, so we killed him. So let's throw that in there. And I forgot to roll... Oh, well, I guess it really doesn't make a difference. But anyway, so we will throw the enemy power over there. We will throw those back in there. And then we will throw the Tyrant Lizard on the thing. Okay. And so now, I think Artemis will... Okay, so we will get rid of him. I think Artemis will now move 1 space... Actually, I think she'll move... Let me see. So she spent 1, so she'll move 1, 2, 3, and she will activate this event card. Okay. Hidden Trap. Draw a trap card. Apply its effects starting from the active hero's area. If the trap card drawn is no trap, draw another card. Shuffle the trap deck with its discard pile. We got Black Darts. Each hero within 2 areas, so there's no hero within 2 areas, except Artemis, is attacked by soul rank, hits, and unless save, suffers bleed act. So basically, yeah, so she has soul rank hits. Okay. So she's at soul rank 1. So she suffers 1 hit. So the first thing we're going to do is, actually she has 2. And if she rolls a lightning bolt, she gets +1 defense. And, well, she didn't get a lightning bolt, but she saved the hit. So, now she has to save. So she has to roll a hit. Otherwise, she suffers bleed 1. Okay. So, she suffers bleed 1. That's a bleed 1 token right there. Okay. Now, the bleed token inflicts 1 HP before each hero activity enemy activation. And then during the time phase, discard rank 1 tokens, then flip each rank 2 to rank 1. So we don't need to worry about that right now. Okay, now, with the story event 7, I don't know... Let me see here. I don't think there is a story event 7 entry. So I think it just gets discarded at that point. Okay. So that's just that. And then, so she'll just stay there. So now, Mist will use a move to stand up, and she will activate this event. Story Event 2. Okay. The hero's feet dig deep into the crumbling clay. The softness of earth is the only warning as something terrible is about to happen. In an instant, the ground collapses, dragging everything into the depths. The hero's fall is abruptly halted by a huge web spun between the ground and the abyss. Vibrations ripple across the web, and suddenly spiky shape skitters towards the hero to claim its prey. Okay. So it says, remove the star and lightning bolt spawn gates from the quest. So we will take those away. And now, what we will do is reveal this guy. And then it says, place the following elements as shown. Waypoint 2, waypoint 5. And the gremlin spawn gate. That's what that one is. That's the gremlin spawn gate. And 2 little loot tokens there. Okay. Place all characters located in the story event 2 map tile. To location D, which location D is this location right there. Okay. So if there were multiple ones, then that's what you would do. Okay. And then unless save, the hero placed in the 6A map tile suffers 1 HP and KO. So she has to save. So what we will do is we will roll, and we didn't save, so we suffer 1 HP and KO. So she's on her side, and then she suffers 1 HP. So she has 1 HP left. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Take the story event 3 card and place it face down on top of the event deck. Story event 3 card. Did I pull the story event 3 card? Did I put the story event 3 card in there? Let me see here. Let me see here. Did I pull it out? Did I put it somewhere? I must not have pulled it out. So, what we will do is we will probably call this an episode right after this turn, and then I will make sure to put the story event 3 card on top of the deck, and I will show you that it is there. And then place the waypoint 6 in the story event 2 area. So we take the waypoint 6 and we put it in the story event 2 area. Okay. And then place the story event 2 card face up on the event deck. Okay? Let me just double check and make sure. Hang on 1 second. Okay, I'm just making sure that I did not put that around somewhere. Okay? And I don't have it around, so I'm going to have to find it, and then I'll put it in the deck, like I said. After, I'll put it in the deck, and then I'll show you that I put it on top of the deck. Okay, and that is story event 2. So that will be, let me see here, for Mist's turn, I believe she can spend an action to stand up. So she will spend an action to dash and stand up, and then what she will do is she will move 1 area over to waypoint 2. And so now, waypoint 2. Through the sticky web, the hero glimpses a way out. Need to escape the webbing. You can try to escape with agility or use brute strength. Well, since I've already used her action, she's going to have to spend combat. So, I roll a red die, and if she's a strength hero, which she's not, then she could roll an extra red die. And if at least 1 hit is rolled... Nope, 2 lightning bolts. Okay, So, but his efforts are wasted, as the web is too difficult to escape. Must be placed back in the D web. So, that sucked, because I didn't get out. But that's alright. Okay. And then, I think what I will do is I will move, so that is basically hers. Okay? So she's back in here. Okay. And then Jean will move here and here and activate waypoint X. And waypoint X basically states, oh, come on now. Stop it. Okay, waypoint X. Okay. The hero decides, okay, so it says, among the ripples in the water, which now strangely begin to assume a threatening sinusoidal shape, something shines through, perhaps some forgotten treasure lying in a muddy crack deep in the pond. To discover what rests in the depths, someone must dive deep and hold their breath for a long time. So you take the green serpent enemy card, which is this card right here, and we shuffle it into the enemy deck. Okay. And so we will shuffle that up, and we put them back on there. Okay. So now you can see that there's like 3 in there. Okay. And then it says, if you are not engaged and you want to dive into the water, forfeit any remaining movement and spend 1 action and go to 2.8. So I will spend the 1 action and go to 2.8. I roll 3 blue dice. Dexterity hero may flip 1 die to the opposite face. A strength hero rolls +1 blue dice. And she's not a strength hero, she's just a faith-based hero. So she's going to roll. Oops. Oops. If at least 1 shield was rolled, so I rolled 2 shields, go to 2.10. Okay. So, and with no small effort, grasps the treasure and kicks to the surface. The active hero gains +1 treasure card. So, we... Ooh, if I can get to it. Ooh. Okay. So, I got a Troll Blood Mail, which pretty much anybody but magic user can use. But it's 4, so I'm going to have to put it in her thing. Okay. And so, alrighty, we will throw that down. Okay, and then we remove waypoint X. Waypoint X. Okay, so that would be hers. And let me see here. Artemis already went, so I forgot to move her bookmark. Jean moves her bookmark. And so, well, that was an adventure and a half. Okay, so, well, we revealed a little bit more of the map, and we have a few areas that need to still be explored. So, what awaits our intrepid band of heroes as they go through this quest, and what will happen to them when they finally get to the very end of the game. And what will go when we finally get there? Find out next time on Let's Play Sword and Sorcery Ancient Chronicles. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know what you think of the thing so far, and as we say, we will see you on the next one.